we know that you don't have to do any. You could literally baptize someone and elevate them to this level just by, if Jay decided, I'm giving my first exclusive to Alvin Blanco, who's been putting in work all this time. He's the guy, and we have one of our authentic voices is now elevated to the point where everybody go, all right, well, what does Alvin think? You can do that, bro. You're a kingmaker. Think about that, yeah. So when you don't do it,
it's like
And Kendrick disappointed me so bad, because this is the same kid I watched get up from an interview and leave because the interviewer didn't know what Martin was, the show. Had never seen an episode of Martin. He was like, Martin, I watched Martin. She was like, well, I don't know what that is. He was like, Martin with the Martin. And she was like, I don't know what that is. He went, and then got up and left. Bro, we know you know. Like, come on, man. You don't have to do it, but the fact that you could do it, kind of, I think that's where some of that cultural responsibility we were talking about earlier comes in.
Right. Hopefully he sees it. They say he looks at everything. So listen to Mac Chat.
I think, Jada is one of the most well-adjusted, MCs ever. I've never seen him uncomfortable. I mean, I've never seen him uncomfortable. He's like, unflappable. So I'm sure he is a kid.
Yeah. And I think I think those podcast guys, they have a role, right? Like Joe and Jada, Drink Champs, all of them got a role. Even Vlad got a role, right? But
he not your favorite?
Nah, not my favorite. But there's
Vlad.
Yo.
And where that just happens.
There's certain outlets for certain messages you want to get across. You know what I'm saying? Like if Jay wants to talk shop, come here, or go go to Drink Champs. But I think there needs to be some place where
we could Wayno.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. I just love seeing artists speak to just casually speak and drop knowledge. You know what I'm saying? That might not have heard before, or delve into certain aspects about their careers that they might not be comfortable speaking about. And I don't think that's gonna happen on a Joe and Jada. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, this is early. And for all we know, that's in the schedule. And it just hasn't been announced.
True.
Yeah. And maybe there's a record on.
Yeah,
I'm sure there's a record.
There's always going to be a different dynamic when you go and talk to artists who have podcasts versus talking to a journalist.
Traditional journalist. Yeah, it's a different culture.
Yeah, Nori, Cam, Jada, Joe, Jay, they got the same stories.
Yeah, and they're gonna be happy to see him. So it's gonna be a different type of interview as well.
We're gonna be watching the Rock Nation brunch on camera.
Yeah. Essentially, yeah.
Right. It's minus if it's Drink Champs, the same drinks. So minus the little cucumber sandwiches with the crust cut off. So you watch brunch. So it's like, all right.
Yeah. So Erica Kirk. Well, I want to leave with her because it's really Druski. Druski. I don't know. He's killing it right now, right? But so Druski has this skit where he is, making fun of conservative Christian women. It's hilarious. It's insane. But apparently he received a cease and desist letter from Erica Kirk's attorneys.
Of course he did.
Right. Because he allegedly was parodying Erica Kirk.
Yeah.
Also the name.
It's literally the law. Of free speech and First Amendment, the ability to parody, something that's happening that's newsworthy. So, to me, it would seem like a cease and desist letter is laughable. But as a stand-up, like, how would you receive it?
I feel like I would receive it exactly how he did. Laugh. This is ridiculous. And then on top of that, man, like Druski isn't he isn't the person that started parody. Parody has been a big part of American culture since the 30s.
Weird Al Yankovic.
Yeah, like we needed it. It was the one way you could speak truth without getting shot for real at a certain point. Like it's really dope that he did that, and he's been on the tear when it comes to the parodying.
Yeah.
And as the son of a preacher, I definitely understand the importance of comedy, especially when it comes to certain lights. We're talking about his pastor sketches, you know.
Pregnant you with Jesus.
Yeah, with the red bottoms because he walking in the blood, you know what I'm saying? And
Nah,
you know,
Druski is on that
Yeah.
level.
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah.
and then just talking about the evangelical Christians, especially with them, because there is a super heightened level of hypocrisy
Yeah.
in them that they expect everybody else to just buy.
Yeah.
And then I loved her reaction to it. I love that he never mentioned her name or anything like that, but everybody just
Knew it was her.
You just knew.
I
And
mean,
he got it down to the devil stare to the
He said, especially white men.
yeah.
Like, we need to protect white men. And then the stare.
Yeah, like, and I think that was her with the what did she say? She's the white seaman and all it like
Yes.
like bro, you sound ridiculous. You are ridiculous. And he took things, and when she sent the cease and desist, he put a video out talking about how apologizing is just not in his purview. It's not going to happen in the future. But he also said,
Yeah.
I took things that she actually did. I didn't mention anything about a family, anything about a personal life. And these are things that we can all see. And I parodied that and showed her.
Yeah.
And that's what parody and satire is. It's a mirror to real life. You know what I mean? So this is what you're doing. This is how ridiculous you
This
look.
is how you look.
Yeah.
And I'm affording you an opportunity to look at yourself outside of how you see yourself.
Yeah.
Right.
And like,
Wait,
Like,
like his
and they-
hands.
Yeah.
Like, did you see his hands in the
oh,
Ankles, yo.
Yo,
but-
his makeup artist needs
came out getting sturdy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah. But like the internet is so fast, right? They put up like the exact videos that he clearly used for
That's
his performance,
fancy,
and it's
yeah.
like, yo, it was on point. And so props to him because clearly he takes his craft so seriously. Because
Right.
Word.
like it was so on point. Like I said, never mention the name, but still you know exactly who she's talking about. And that's the whole point of the parody, the
I thought
ridiculousness.
he was incredibly respectful to her in that whole parody.
Nah, he was disrespectful.
I think he, and like you said, he was like, I just took everything you gave us and I threw it back at you.
Which is
I didn't
why
give you
think
my
he was
opinion on it.
respectful. That's
Yeah.
why I think he was respectful. Is the
That's-
mirror disrespectful, bro?
And
Like,
yo,
Right.
Okay.
you mad at me because I'm showing you?
Yeah.
Right,
Like
right.
I'm being foul to you. Am I shitting on you because I showed you?
And the fact she sent a cease and desist means that she clearly sees that something is wrong.
That
You know what I'm saying? Like,
even in her responses, it highlights the profundity of his satire because now you're talking about, well, I'm sure y'all would be mad if I did it. Like, oh, I'm sure you would call me racist. Yes, we will call you racist because there's a history of you parodying us in a way that's detrimental to our people.
that's talking about
So
white
Jamie
face.
Kennedy
with
did
power
something in
behind it.
response. So Jamie Kennedy reposted a skit that he did in blackface where he played a judge like 15 years
on a
ago.
HBO thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a,
And so he was like, if Druski did it, I can do it.